Well, let's move to Bajaj Auto. They've reported a healthy performance actually for the month of September. Their total sales witnessed a 20% surge, with domestic sales up 23% on a year-on-year basis. Exports also saw a double-digit jump. Mr. Rakesh Sharma, the ED at Bajaj Auto, joins us on the show. Hi, Mr. Sharma, good morning and good to see you in as always. Well, tell us about the export market first up. You had indicated in the last time we spoke, with regard to the August data, that Nigeria was seeing a recovery. I think you briefly mentioned 20,000 units. For September, was it even better? And do you expect exports to improve from here on?
Good morning. Yes, as I mentioned, there is a steady improvement in Nigeria and also, of course, in exports. You rightly recalled it was 20,000 last month, and this month we have closed at 25,000. So that's a smart recovery. It also indicates, growing confidence of the network for stocking up for the upcoming season. October to December is a slightly better period in Nigeria. And that contributes to a steady upward growth trajectory for exports as a whole. As we've been saying, that month on month, we expect to see about a 10% improvement in exports. That's what we've been clocking. And I think that hopefully should continue.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Sharma. Good to have you on. So it's been looking fairly good, I guess, both on the domestic side as well as the export front. On domestic, if you could throw some more color. I mean, we're now getting into the festive season full throttle. So what are the expectations? What are the kind of inventory levels you're looking to maintain? And what are you expecting from the season this year?
Well, the domestic business is really getting up for the cracker of the month, which is October. But the highlight of September is our green energy portfolio, which comprises of obviously the electric two-wheeler Chetak, the Yulu micromobility two-wheeler, and the electric three-wheeler, as well as our CNG bike. All of them are combining now to be almost 40% plus of our domestic revenues. So that's a really, really, big chunk on green energy, which is continuing to do well. On the motorcycle side, the stocking up has been done, and we are expecting about 6 to 8% underlying growth in October. The like-for-like comparison in September suggests that the market is, even Stevens. It's not in growth mode, but I won't read too much into that because consumer psychology is such that as you get closer to festive, people tend to postpone purchase to the festive period. And we think that it should have good 6% odd growth. And that the indications, again, are confirming that will be led by the top half of the industry, which is the 125cc plus. That now is accounting for almost 53% of the Indian industry, 47% being the 100cc category. And we continue to see the top half powering away and driving the industry growth.
Got that. Mr. Sharma, hi, good morning. Prashant here. I just want to take one bit on the electric vehicle side, sir. I think in the month of September, you have become the biggest EV player, counted by everything. I mean, two-wheelers, three-wheelers. I think you've surpassed 25,000 units in sales. So congratulations for that. In terms of specifically two-wheelers, I think the number is about 17,570. So, a competitor is still slightly ahead. Just wanted your thoughts. What should we expect on the EV front going forward, especially on the two-wheeler side? I think market share has also been improving, close to about 22% now. What should we expect here?
Well, on the EV side, it's not just about the September outcomes, which of course put us at the number 2 position just for the electric two-wheeler, a few thousand units behind leadership numbers. But one has to see the momentum Just in April, we had closed April of this year at about 11% for Chetak, but it has now surged to 22%. So besides the number 2 position, we are also looking at the momentum, and we expect to carry this momentum forward, particularly into the important month of October. We are also lining up new launches, etc., which will hopefully put us in a pole position by the time we close the year. So that's looking good. On the E3-wheelers, there also, I think we are neck to neck on leadership position, certainly in the passenger segment, but we combined electric passenger and electric cargo. There too, I think there is the business is enjoying solid momentum for growth and for leadership.
So from 11% in April to 22% now, and you said you expect to continue momentum. Would you want to? You'd want, targets can be, of course, you'd want, as much market as you can. But are there any sort of targets here by the end of this financial year? Where would you like to be?
Well, of course, we have internal targets for what kind of volume we are aspiring to, but I cannot, and of course, we want, like I've always been saying, a leadership position, a podium finish, then a better podium finish and all that. Any business likes to have that kind of ambition. But what exactly the market share settles at is also a consequence of what competition is doing. So let's see how that pans out. But we expect to continue this momentum of growth.
We spoke to Bhavesh of Ola, and he said that he believes that he's going to be the leader. But you're clearly narrowing the gap out there. So pole position is something that you're tracking as well. You have narrowed the gap down considerably from 11%, and I think 35% plus is what they were at. Now you're down, I think, to around 500 basis points, the difference between both of you all. So by the end of this fiscal, Mr. Sharma, you believe you all will be in pole position?
Well, like I said, our ambition is to continue to grow the business. When I look at it purely as an EV business unit, though, as you know, we are, we've got EV, CNG, ICE, we are a full portfolio company. But when I put on the lens, and we put on the lens of just electric, our enemy number one is the ICE scooter. So, if we continue to win and cannibalize ICE scooters, then I think we will do at a faster rate than anybody else. I think we will continue to power ahead as we are doing. That is when we are building our product portfolio, when we are building our propositions, the key thing which we have in our mind is what can tempt the ICE customer to move from ICE to EV. And as you know, we have not been in scooters. So this is an absolutely new business segment for us.
No, absolutely. I mean, Chetak on the EV side, those numbers are nothing to scoff at. It's very, very impressive performance. In fact, as we promised our viewers, it's the auto sector full throttle. I think in the next couple of seconds, we'll also have Mr. Hemant Sikka join in from Mahindra & Mahindra as we wrap up the conversation with Mr. Sharma. Oh, okay, Mr. Sikka is joining in. Mr. Sikka, allow us that one last question. We're discussing two-wheelers with Mr. Sharma, and then we come to farm equipment and tractors. But Mr. Sharma, just to complete the point, so we've discussed a lot on the volumes front and the numbers are looking better. Just a word on pricing and the competitive intensity as we get into festive season full throttle. You said we need to see what will it take to shift an ICE customer to EV. One of the triggers clearly is discounting and attractive pricing. Right now, I didn't even know that you could buy two-wheelers online, but apparently you can buy two-wheelers on Flipkart. And there it seems that there's a lot of very interesting freebies, discounts that are being given out. So is that just routine online versus offline discounting, or is there more to it? What should we expect in terms of pricing and discounts this festive season, given the competitive intensity?
Well, people move categories and you build market positions and growth on the basis of fundamentals. These are very transitory things, and it is understandable. It's not just about auto, but the whole milieu is like that e-commerce platforms, other categories, phones, this, that. everyone is wanting to take advantage of this month of festive, which, accounts for about 22 to 25% of the annual sales. So one can understand that. But it just advances sales, I must put that. Now, what happens is our approach on this is that we like to stick to the fundamentals. And we won't draw first blood, but I mean, if there is a gunfight, we'll not go to it with a knife. So, one does end up participating. But having said all that, it just serves to advance the customer, the sales, but the customer expects it because that is the whole atmosphere during the festive. One participates in it. But once the dust settles down, it's back to good product, proposition, and customer care.
You've given us a headline.
Won't bring a knife to a gunfight.
That's the headline, sir.
By the way, Surabhi, I didn't know that you said you could buy a two-wheeler on a e-com
Flipkart,
platform.
yes. I don't know about the others.
Buy it on Blinkit.
By the way,
10-minute delivery.
By the way, we pioneered that with Amazon. Chetak was the first one to be available on Amazon.
Wow. All right. We wish you all the best of luck. Thank you very much. Great conversation as always, Mr. Sharma. Appreciate your time here on CNBC TV 18.